Good morning guys and welcome back to Damo Drives. Now it's been a while since I've taken my R53 out. I've not driven it properly, sadly, in about a month. Now a friend of mine, for a bit of context, Martin, also owns an R53. Also owns a rather amazing V10 M5 which I reviewed, gotta be maybe a couple of years ago. Now, the reason I'm going to Martin's is because he has, well, also a R53, but it's been modified and more aggressive for the track. He drove mine, I don't know, it must have been, again, 6 months, no, can't be 6 months, must have been about 4 months ago. And he was sort of, he's like, it doesn't quite feel right. He wasn't 100% sure. Just felt a bit laggy and a bit different. Now, I haven't driven many other R53s. I think recently I did drive one briefly and it was really good. But I'm keen to see what Martin thinks of this properly, because since he drove it, we've had the ride height increased by Arkham Performance because it was ridiculously crashy before, so you couldn't actually drive it anywhere near what you wanted. So that's what we're going to do today. It's boys playing around in modified R53s. It's not really a bad day, is it? Now, what have we had done to this car? I'm not going to cover everything in here because there's way too much, but I suppose the most important parts of it. Now, up front under the engine, we've got bigger 440cc injectors, so get more fuel in there. It's got a 421 cat cam. It's been remapped. The manifold has been ported. We've got a Cobra sports cat. What else have we got? AirTech intercooler. Suspension wise, we've got Tyne two-way adjustable coilovers, strut brace at the front. Everything has been polybushed, uprated engine mounts, so it's incredibly firm when you're actually driving it around. Normally if you had, I suppose, semi-normal, if you had semi-normal suspension or engine mounts, the rubber in those would sort of absorb some of the noise. So in here it's like the engine is on your lap. It is noisy, it's loud, it's quite unforgiving. We've got uprated brakes as well because we are going to be going quicker. You're looking, this is around, I think 210, 220 brake. But we've got McGann RS calipers up front, Mini GP2 330mm disc and Mintex pads. So it goes quicker that way and quicker around the bends, and it stops quicker. So there we go, that's what we've got in here. We'll go and pick Martin up, give him the keys, and he can have a blast around and see what he thinks. We'll then get the keys for Martin's Mini and we'll have a chat about that, because I don't know everything that's been done to it, but he does, and I'll have a drive of that and I'll see the difference. I'm looking forward to this because, like I said, his is a slightly more aggressive, track focused setup than mine.
Right, let's get used to this cooler works.
I quite like it. I think it's, but this is why I'm interested, is you've driven, I think I said at the beginning of here when I was doing an intro about your car, yours is more of an aggressive track focused setup rather than this is more, a bit more of an everyday.
Yeah.
Plus something doesn't quite feel right.
Yeah, mine's not no oil painting, that's for sure.
But it would annihilate this round of track. Do you know what yours is putting out?
Whip, it was about 226 or something.
Oh, okay.
Wheel horsepower,
Yeah.
Still got quite a few clonks, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nowhere near where it was though. I mean, those clonks, and what, again, this is what I've been told, the Tyne suspension is particularly knocky, and I think because of the solid engine mounts and all the bushing and everything. It's just, you've got no dampening at all. So it's like having an engine sitting on your lap. It's just noisy. But I found, yeah, you have to be up at like 3.5, 4, and then something sort of, it's like having a blooming VTEC or my Clio.
Just make sure the water temperature and everything's up.
My 172 was like that. You had to spank it to actually get anything out of it.
Is the water temperature on here, is it? Is the engine warm?
89, yeah.
89 is good for you, yeah? I don't want to spank it until...
No, that's fine.
Just want to see what it's like on the second gear pull. Yeah, you'll see the sort of difference in pull when we go in mine.
Yeah.
Which you expect it to be, but I'll be brutally honest. I don't think there's anything in it between a standard JCW or even a Cooper S.
No. See, that would have bottomed out before.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
It's not smashing everything like it was when we first came around here.
That was proper scary.
Yeah, that was
like
hitting everything, wasn't it? Yeah.
But Arkham, I think, from change, I know it's more than just changing a few settings, but it's.
I mean, they raised the ride height, didn't they, as well?
Yeah, quite a lot. Yeah, it was like a fast road setup rather than like a stance type setup, which is what I want, because I want to drive it and not. What brakes have you got? Standard brakes on yours, or did you say just upgraded pads?
I've got uprated discs and pads and the John Cooper Works calipers.
Yeah.
Just not sure how much I can push it on these roads with that splitter. Is it like to hit the ground, or?
I don't know. I don't think the splitter ever hits the ground. I think it's just the tyre rub against the arch.
Right.
So yeah, if you decide you're going to go down a 4-foot cliff that some of our roads have, just do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's quite clean revving when it gets up there.
Yeah. It just takes a while to actually for things to happen.
Yeah.
How do you find the brakes compared to yours?
It's definitely all pulling to the right this car.
Okay.
I don't know if you've noticed that, but the brakes, brakes are alright. They're decent enough. I wouldn't have said they feel any better than what I've got.
Oh really?
I wouldn't have said so.
It's interesting, isn't it? The fact that you put bigger brakes, bigger everything, and then it doesn't.
Yeah, but I think the more than that is that if you work these hard, they'll probably stand up to it better. Do you know what I mean? Won't overheat and.
See, it's about there that things get going. I've noticed being a passenger now, there actually is a bit of supercharger noise, which I've never actually, for some reason.
It's got more supercharger noise than mine, which is quite weird. I don't know why mine's not.
What's your? This has just got like a JCW airbox with relatively normal filter.
See where I want to go to. I want to do a quick 0 to 60 draggy in this. I've got draggy on
Oh,
me.
cool. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I've got the modified airbox, you know, with the K&N in it, and the cut out the back, and
yeah, no, it's not got anything like this. Pretty standard JCW one.
And then taking the pollen filter out.
Yeah.
I'll do the draggy 0 to 60 where I always do it in mine. Come on, launch.
7.8.
7.8.
Yeah. What's your sort of thought then compared to yours? In terms of, do you think it?
I mean, you've
picks
got
up less, or
it definitely picks up less, but you've got to think I've got cat cam 550s. Yeah, so cat cam 550 injectors. On top of that, it's got lightweight flywheel, which makes a heck of a difference for the pickup. Quaife diff,
Oh, okay.
So you can't compare them. But I was just comparing this to when I went out in 1320's courtesy car,
Yeah.
and that was more livelier than this. And as I'm aware, that's a Cooper S with a pulley. As I'm aware.
And that's it. So this has got.
I mean, I may have mapped it.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's definitely on stock injectors and all
This has
that.
got what, 421 cat cam, 17% pulley.
This has got a cat cam, is it?
No, it is.
What, this?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's got the diff. Yours is the more aggressive one, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's the race one. Yeah, whatever that is.
Yeah, I think I've got like a straight. I think it's a straight one. I need to get my phone out with the mini modifications. Cat cam 461, custom map, 70% pulley, JCW intake, custom map, Mr. Retro lead, airtick intercooler, 440cc, Porsche can injectors, Scorpion non-res exhaust, Scorpion manifold, Scorpion sports cat, usual things with the brakes. So if they haven't done that much to it compared to,
you know, I'd have to check with Tom, but because I had to stay up there at night when they were working on my car. They had a few issues, not their issues, but wrong parts of the suspension turned up from AST. So they kindly gave me their courtesy car and got us booked in a hotel.
oh, perfect.
And I was when I turned up in the morning, I said to them, "What the hell's done to that? Because that really does go well." And I'm sure they said it was just a pulley and airbox or something.
And this has had a lot done to it, so you'd expect it to be.
My feeling driving this is it's something map-wise needs sorting out. It's struggling. It's for the cam and the injectors. I would expect it to be a lot more lively.
Yeah. Because you should be getting plenty of fuel, in theory.
Yeah, it's probably not a fueling thing, but when, you know, custom map, I'm not knocking, you know, lots of people can do mapping, but was it live mapping? Was it being driven? Was it on a rolling road, or?
All I know is it's been mapped, and that's about as much as I can give you on that.
Yeah. Bit different, isn't it?
Compliant, yeah. Mine's like driving a Mini 1 in comparison to that, and this is like
Yes, it's
something on steroids.
That's why you notice such a difference, which you will, because they are very different cars. But I just think you'll be really surprised if you get yours tuned properly and mapped. I think it'll make a difference. I'm still not convinced, and I don't know. I'm not knocking anyone for what they've done, but I just think the injector choice is
Not quite right.
I don't think so, but I could be wrong.
I'll definitely have a chat with 13 Drilling, and then
100%. Get it up there.
hopefully make a video with them just on what's happening, because I think people would be quite. I'm sure many people watching this will go, "Oh, I know how that works," but someone like me who's very new to it, it's like I don't really have a clue about what's going on, or there's so many bits of terminology. I've never had a modified car, so it's
No. Have a word with Tom, he'll be fine to. I mean, they very much let you look at what they're doing in the workshop and everything.
It's that pickup there that is
Yeah,
just.
it's instant, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you think that's the flywheel that's doing that, or is that the cam?
I mean, a real mix, but the flywheel, when they did the flywheel, and it's got facelift gearbox in it,
Yeah.
Quaife diff, which obviously gives you the grip to pull away. So it's all a mix of things, really. Flywheel definitely helps it rev up, pick up quicker, but it's just all a mix of everything, isn't it? The cam, the tune, everything.
Yeah.
It just spun.
Yeah, it might be. It's got so much.
It's good fun.
Yeah.
It's good fun.
I'm going to put this as probably the most extreme Mini I've been out in. I've driven physically quicker, but I don't think they are A to B quicker or track quicker.
Yeah, it's quite funny because I mean I can drive this so much quicker round here than I can my M5. This with the cam it's got in it as well, it pulls all the way through to the red line, so the power's there all the way through.
Yeah, it does feel like it just wants to. That is just insane.
I mean I do know the car well, I've had it many years, so when it starts to slide I can just.
But even so, it didn't feel particular. I think that's probably the diff though that's going. Right, we'll sort that out.
Yeah.
What is it, like quaif diff or something?
Quaif, yeah. It actually needs a better diff, if I'm honest. Now I use slicks on the track. The quaif is a little bit soft for it. I know everyone says, oh, quaif's a great upgrade, and it is. Great upgrade from a stock LSD, but really I want something even more track focused, which I keep thinking about, but it's probably another 800-900 quid, so. Yeah, bogged down a little bit. Well, it was more me. I got a bit of spin. Yeah, 6.4. Two people. Probably could get that under 6.
So the outcome is this is a lot better and faster, and handles better, stops better. It's just better. Now you may be wondering why on earth have I changed cars just for this last end of the video. Well, I was looking at the Mini and it seems that the temperature of the car seems to be getting a bit warm. I think it's just maybe a fuse has gone for the fan or something, because it's just not kicking in, and it was getting to 100, 105, 110. I thought, no, that's it. I'm not going to be doing that, so we need to check the fuses at some point as well, but I'm not going to drive it until that's done. But anyway, back to my car and Martin's car. I was going to compare them, but I'm not sure I can. They seem two completely different beasts. To start off with, I think Martin has spent double what I did on my entire car. You've got something that is very track focused. It's got roll cage, bucket seats, the map's more aggressive, just everything. That limited slip diff is absolutely incredible. Just all round it is just a different proposition. So if money didn't come into it, certainly a better car. It's pretty bonkers. Although my Mini, I can fit people in the back, which is a good thing. So overall, different cars. Definitely going to take it down to or up 1320 Mini. Get them to have a look at the map. I think it's probably over fueling. That's what the previous owner has suggested, so I'll go and get that done. I don't need to waste any money on, hopefully, brakes and servicing, because that's all been done. So I'm hoping it's not going to cost too much money. Haha, famous last words. Anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed this one. Subscribe to the channel to find out more what's going on with this Mini and plenty of other car content. Anyway, I'm starting to waffle. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Comments are always welcome, and remember to click on the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.